have somebody that wants to say a couple things really quick?
So, hi, Coach Sides. This is WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert. Do we have the team all together?
Hello. Hey, yes, ma'am.
All right. I know you guys are in Connecticut. Well, but good luck in tomorrow's playoff game. And
You won't believe what just happened in the WNBA. Caitlin Clark, the rookie sensation, was supposed to make history. She was on track to be the first guard ever to win Rookie of the Year unanimously. But then, out of nowhere, one voter decided to shake things up. They gave their vote to Angel Reese instead. Now everyone's asking, who did it and why? Let's talk about Clark's season for a sec. This girl was on fire. She was breaking records left and right, making season pros look like they were playing in slow motion. Everyone thought she had that Rookie of the Year award locked up. But nope, one voter had other plans. Can you imagine the shock when the results came out? 66 votes for Clark, and then bam.
Caitlin Clark in the room.
She sure is.
Yeah. Caitlin, it feels like just yesterday when I called your name to the stage as the number one pick in this year's draft. You held the Indiana Fever jersey for the first time, and what a record-breaking season for you.
One lonely vote for Reese. That's insane. It's like someone decided to flip the script at the last second. Now fans are losing their minds, and the WNBA world is buzzing. Who is this mystery voter? What were they thinking? And what does this mean for women's basketball? Stick around, because we're about to dig into all of it. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now, back to the video. So that one vote shook things up, but here's the real kicker. What if it actually made the WNBA more exciting? Clark and Reese aren't just rookies anymore. They're the new faces of a rivalry that's got everyone talking. And trust me, their different playing styles are about to create some serious fireworks on the court. Let's break it down. Caitlin Clark? She's like a human highlight reel. This girl can score from anywhere on the court, and her passing skills? Out of this world. She's got that rare combo of being able to light up the scoreboard herself and make everyone around her better.
Entire team full of outstanding performances, and I know all of you had hard work and dedication, and it's paid off with your playoffs, etc. But and I know the best is yet to come. So
on the other side, we've got Angel Reese. She's a force to be reckoned with in the paint. Rebounding, defense, she's got it all. When Reese is on the court, good luck trying to get past her. Now, imagine these two going head-to-head. It's like watching a chess match and a boxing match all at once. Clark's finesse versus Reese's power, the sharpshooter against the defensive wall. This is the kind of matchup that gets fans on their feet and glued to their screens. But here's where it gets really interesting. This rivalry? It didn't just start in the WNBA. Nope, these two have history. Remember their college days? Clark and Reese were already making waves, leading their teams and catching everyone's attention. Now they're bringing that same fire to the pros, and it's like gasoline on an already blazing rivalry. And you know what's crazy? That one unexpected vote for Reese might have just turned this rivalry up to 11. Think about it. Clark was this close to making history with a unanimous win. But now there's this little spark of controversy. It's like someone just wrote the first chapter of an epic sports story. This isn't just good for Clark and Reese. It's great for the whole WNBA. Suddenly, everyone's talking. Fans are picking sides, debates are heating up, and the next time these two face off, you better believe it's gonna be must-see TV. This is the kind of storyline that draws in new fans and keeps the diehards coming back for more. The rivalry's heating up on the court, but off the court, there's a whole different game being played. That single vote for Reese didn't just deny Clark a unanimous win, it opened up a can of worms about the entire WNBA voting process. What's really going on behind those closed doors? Let's break down how this Rookie of the Year voting actually works. Usually there's a whole bunch of people who get to cast their votes. We're talking media members, coaches, and other basketball insiders. But here's the kicker. It only took one person to throw a wrench in the works. One vote for Angel Reese, and suddenly Caitlin Clark's unanimous win went up in smoke. Now, everyone's asking questions. Who is this mystery voter? What were they thinking? Fans and analysts are demanding answers, and they want them now. It's like the WNBA's version of a detective story with everyone trying to crack the case. But this isn't just about satisfying our curiosity. This whole situation is shining a spotlight on how the WNBA handles its awards. People are starting to wonder if the current system is fair enough. Should there be more transparency? Should we know who's voting and why they're making their choices? Think about it. If one vote can cause this much drama, what does that say about the entire process? It's got people talking about how the WNBA might need to change things up for future awards. Maybe we'll see new rules or a different voting system down the line. And you know what? This could actually be a good thing for the league. Sometimes it takes a little controversy to spark positive change. The WNBA might use this as a chance to make their award voting more open and fair. That's That's a win for everyone, players, fans, and the league itself. Imagine if they decide to make the voting public. We'd get to see exactly who's voting for who and why. It would be like peeking behind the curtain of the WNBA. No more mystery, no more questions, just straight up transparency. Or maybe they'll change up who gets to vote. Could we see more former players involved? More fans? The possibilities are endless, and it's all because of that one surprising vote. This whole situation is turning into a media frenzy. Everyone's trying to figure out who cast that lone vote for Reese. It's like a real-life basketball whodunit. And while it might be frustrating for Clark and her fans right now, it's keeping the WNBA in the spotlight. People are talking, debating, and getting fired up about women's basketball. That's never a bad thing. Sure, everyone's talking about Clark and Reese now, but here's the real kicker. This whole mess might just be the best thing to happen to women's basketball in years. How? Let's break it down. This controversy isn't just about two players or one award. It's shaking up the entire women's basketball scene. Suddenly, everyone's eyes are on the WNBA. Social media is buzzing, sports shows are debating, and fans are more fired up than ever. It's like someone turned on a giant spotlight, and women's basketball is center stage. Think about it. When was the last time you saw this much chatter about the WNBA? This vote drama is doing what years of marketing couldn't. It's getting people talking, arguing, and most importantly, watching. More eyeballs mean more interest, and that could translate into bigger crowds, better TV deals, and more opportunities for these athletes. But it's not just about the attention. This Clark-Reese rivalry? It's gold for the sport. Remember how Magic versus Bird lit up the NBA? Or Federer versus Nadal in tennis? That's what we could be seeing here. Two incredible talents pushing each other to new heights and dragging the whole league up with them. And let's talk about competition. When you've got players like Clark and Reese battling it out, everyone steps up their game. It's not just about them anymore. Every player in the league is going to feel that pressure to perform, to stand out. That means better games, more excitement, and a higher level of play across the board. This controversy is also shining a light on the incredible talent in women's basketball. People who might never have tuned in before are now getting a front row seat to the skill, athleticism, and intensity of these players. They're seeing that women's basketball isn't just a sideshow. It's high-level sport at its finest. And you know what's really exciting? This could be just the beginning. If this buzz keeps building, we might see more investment in women's basketball, better facilities, more media coverage, maybe even higher salaries for the players. It's like a snowball effect. More interest leads to more resources, which leads to an even better product on the court. So, yeah, right now there's a lot of drama and debate, but in the long run, this could be exactly what women's basketball needed. A spark to ignite more passion, more competition, and more recognition for these incredible athletes. All right, let's wrap this up. The WNBA just got hit with a curveball, and everyone's talking about it. Caitlin Clark's near-unanimous win turned into a whole debate about voting and transparency. But you know what? It's not all bad news. This drama's got people fired up about women's basketball. More eyes on the game, more buzz, more excitement. That's a win for everyone. But let's not forget what really matters here. Clark had an insane rookie season. She was breaking records left and right. And Reese? She's got serious potential. This little voting hiccup doesn't change any of that. So what's next for women's basketball? That's up to us fans. Keep watching, keep cheering, keep the conversation going. The more we show up, the bigger this game's gonna get. The future's looking bright, and we're all part of it.